Dracula, the Frankenstein monster, and all of the other classic monsters are living it up in Hotel Transylvania. I will have my review of the latest Halloween animated film coming up.
This is Hotel Transylvania. All of our monster friends are right here. The Mummy, Wayne Wolf.
Yeah, it's a mess back there.
And your Uncle Frank's dropping in too.
Hello, Rob here, and Hotel Transylvania is Adam Sandler's latest entry in the animated world since his holiday film 8 Crazy Nights. Here he's the voice of Count Dracula, who builds this castle as a sort of protection for monsters in order for them to hide from humans. This includes a werewolf who's played by Steve Buscemi and the Frankenstein monster by Kevin James, and there's the Mummy, the Invisible Man, and so on.
Ever since she was born, I've wanted to protect my little ghoul. So I created a place where all monsters could be safe from them.
Humans hate us. They're vicious, and they're very lucky.
Hello? Human! How did you find this place?
Oh, I was just mountain climbing with some dudes and heard this story about an awesome castle. Speaking of awesome, that cake thing is killing it.
I want to go out and see the world.
Whoa, 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 honey, you're too young.
Whoa, what's your name?
My name is Mavis.
Rex daughter's in love with
Hotel Transylvania, I thought, was a pretty amusing film. It kind of reminded me of the old Looney Tunes cartoons when I was growing up, because both of them features a lot of outrageous gags flying at you at a pretty brisk pace. There's not really too much of a plot. It's mostly just an excuse to string gags along. I mean, the movie doesn't really offer anything too new. We get, the story that the parent thinks he knows better than his child. We recently saw that in the movie Brave. And of course, you know what's going to come out of a mistaken identity comedy when Dracula tries to disguise Jonathan in this film. But other than that, I really think that the movie did a good job at showing why Dracula is afraid to let his daughter go out into the human world. And at the beginning of the movie, we see him interact with his baby daughter like a father. It's very relevant to the audience. And, Dracula, he's always portrayed as a bloodthirsty monster. And it's kind of interesting and at the same time nice to see him be shown as a concerned father for once.
With Daddy you will stay, and if a human tries to harm you, I'll simply say because you're Daddy's girl.
I also like the subplot with Mavis falling in love with Jonathan as she hears all about his adventures that he's had while he's been backpacking across Europe. For the most part, I thought the voice cast was a good fit. I thought Adam Sandler worked pretty well as Count Dracula, and Selena Gomez, I think, fitted the part of Mavis, the daughter, pretty well. And Andy Samberg as Jonathan was also a good choice. But some of the monsters are played by some of Adam Sandler's friends, like David Spade and Kevin James, and sometimes they just, to me, they didn't really fit the personalities of these monsters quite as well as the other characters. The gags here are hit and miss. I mean, some moments are really funny. Like, my favorite parts included when Jonathan is really fascinated by by these monsters. He keeps asking Dracula questions about the monster life, like, is it true that, you'll get sick from garlic or getting stabbed in the heart? Are you really going to die? He's really fascinated by what he's seeing around him, and there's some pretty funny moments with that. But there are some moments that do fall flat, and because it's an Adam Sandler film, there are a few crude fart jokes here and there. The monsters themselves, for the most part, were not quite as interesting as the leading characters. I mean, as I mentioned, I felt like they were mostly there because you have to have them because it's a monster film. Overall, I think Hotel Transylvania will provide a brisk, light entertainment for kids and parents who want to spend an afternoon or an evening in the movies. So, even though it's not I didn't think it was a great movie, it was pretty I thought I was pretty entertained by it, and I think it will make a nice, something for the family to go to. So, I give it a mild see it in theaters rating. So, if you have seen Hotel Transylvania, go ahead and tell me your thoughts, or if you have any feedback about the video, go ahead and post it. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you want to look at any other reviews of the latest movies, go ahead and go onto the main page and go into the